So, the presentation I decided to do is advocating for a child in family court. What exactly does a child advocate do in family court? As stated in NewYorkCourts.gov AFC, the attorney for the child has the responsibility to represent and advocate the child's wishes, interest in a proceeding or action. I also have spoken to a law guardian who advocates for children in Tompkins County and Cortland County Family Courts, Suzanne Rain. Law guardian. They're appointed by an advocate is considered a law guardian. They are appointed by a judge, advocates for the child's wishes and interest, what's in the child's best interest, proper full background check on parents and other people, members in their household, they decide who will be able to take better care of the child, their services, special needs, if any, who has been the child's primary caregiver. I actually am in a family court proceeding that I've been in for 5 years, who I have had custody of my granddaughter by marriage, and I have been advocating for her in family court. It can be stressful. You have to deal with CPS. When things don't go her parents' way, they'll make false reports, call the police. So it can be very, very stressful. But when my granddaughter did a hearing, the judge did not listen to everything that she was saying. Like, she feels like nobody listens to her words because she does not want any visits with her dad or to be around his girlfriend due to the fact because they scream at her, they call her fat, they call her horrible names. Also, according to the childwelfare.gov, the best interest definition refers to the deliberation that courts undertake when deciding what type of services, actions, and orders will be best serve a child, as well as is best suited to take care of the child. During the CRC Convention of the Rights of the Child adopted in 1989 and ratified by Australia in December 1990, applies under age of 18 years old. This is what could happen to children if there's improper background checks with family court. This little girl was killed by her biological father at the age of 2. He shot her because the judge wanted to let her have unsupervised visits with this domestic violent, repeatedly crime committed person. Now this says, let's pass this law in family courts, protect our children. Let's pass the Cure Champions Law. Nobody would want their own child or relative to be killed by a parent who is toxic. This is so sad. 2 years old. The mental health that is being affected by children in family court situations for children is verbal, mental abuse, talking about the other parent. Name calling is a big one. My granddaughter is always called fat by her dad, Tubby Wubby. He calls her name Avy Wavy. She does not like that. She's addressed her concern. She refuses to eat after visitation with him. Sometimes it takes a couple of days to be able to get her to eat. Children act out in many different ways, such as throwing fits, hitting, biting, pulling their own hair. They also can, observe who all wants them around, who wants them really around. And it causes their emotions to be disruptive, very, very disruptive. Here's some facts that I have found. Best interest of the child checklist, parents and fitness, who has been in the child's primary caretaker, parent's history of crime, violence, or substance abuse, the parent-child relationship, the child's age, siblings, insurance stability in the child's life, the child's physical and mental health needs, suspected child abuse, neglect, or abandonment issues, which in this case I've experienced the father was in and out of the child's life her whole life. She's 7 years old now. He was in jail for 2 years. Also, 70% failure in which family court are convinced by an abuser that the victimized parent should be denied sole custody. 58,000 children are at risk nowadays. 75% of child's death in the United States are the hands of a parent. Over 500,000 children today court-ordered into a home where they are being sexually, physically, or emotionally abused. This is just so sad. Let's protect our children and our loved ones.